Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back. I feel like it's been forever.
It has been forever.
It has been. We took a little hiatus due to some illness. And
there was a lot going on then.
I know.
Some
illness,
sickness.
kids. I don't know what else was going on. I can't remember.
Had your nephews. You had to go see their senior night.
Yeah. And then I left my phone, my computer charger,
Right.
and didn't have my computer stuff, which doesn't matter now, but I still didn't go to Houstonville and pick it up on Friday. So it's just been crazy couple weeks.
October is always busy. It's been very busy. My birthday came and went.
Mine too. Well, not since we've recorded, but
yeah,
we had birthdays. It was just busy. All the activities, everything. So we're back now.
Mm-hmm.
We're good to go. November's a little slower, I think.
Yeah. I mean, up until Thanksgiving, I don't think there will be much going on.
And then it'll be busy again.
Yeah. It'll be hella busy after that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try and bask in the next couple weeks and the slowness of it and just let it go.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some rest because I'm tired all the time.
So am I. Literally, I was telling Thomas yesterday. He's like, you always seem sad and depressed. And I'm like, I'm not depressed. I'm just so fucking tired. I can't do anything. I go to work and then I come home and sit on the couch. I'm fucking tired.
Right?
That's literally it.
Yeah. It's been, I don't know. I've just been wiped out. I don't know if it's like the change in season, even though I'm a huge fall fanatic.
I think it's just because there's been so much. And then I feel like, I don't know for you, but for me, like at work lately, I've just had a lot of kids telling me some heavy shit.
Yeah.
And
we know I got heavy stuff to go into tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's going to be rough. And I don't know. I'm glad to be back, though. I'm glad to just talk about something that's not work related.
Mm-hmm.
There's no baby screaming at me right now, which has been, just an ongoing thing the last couple weeks. So it's nice to just kind of have a drink, take a break, and talk about our favorite thing, which is books. So
that's not my favorite thing.
Whatever.
Chocolate. Chocolate's my favorite thing.
We love chocolate.
That's true.
Well, we got alcohol, and that's one of our favorite things.
Oh, what am I talking about? Chocolate's not my favorite thing. Coffee's my favorite thing.
Coffee.
I fuck up a coffee all the time, dude.
I know. We should just make this books, coffee, and besties. And we'll have a new, different coffee every week. It's not a bad idea. We could mix booze and coffee.
Maybe now that it's like coffee season, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
You know what? I have those hot chocolate things in there. We could do hot chocolate for the next recording thing. It's the little meltaways. You get your milk all warm and toasty, and then you put the chocolate ball in it, melts and makes it hot chocolate.
Yeah. Add a little Baileys to that.
Hot damn, nerd.
Oh my gosh. I'm on. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Let's do it.
Fuck up some hot chocolate, I tell you what.
Yeah, especially with alcohol in it.
Listen,
nothing like getting warm and toasty and also extra toasty.
The different kind of toasty, a litty titty. Yeah. I not last year, but the year before, I had a Bailey's hot chocolate where it was like you cooked it in the crock pot, basically, where you melted the chocolate chips and it had condensed milk and then all that. It was fucking rich as hell, but it was fucking good, dude.
That sounds so good.
It was like called like a snowman something. If I can find it, we might try that because it was fucking rich.
I figure we can probably find anything on Pinterest. We just need to like go crazy this next 2 months.
I've seen
make all the good stuff.
I've seen a shit ton of like Christmas themed drinks.
Yeah.
And fall, winter / themed drinks like snowman drinks, Grinch drinks.
Yes.
So
I think we need to do like before Thanksgiving or around then, we need to do like a pumpkin spice something.
We still need to try that pumpkin moonshine.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully they still have it.
Yeah, I think so. Pumpkin's still it's still fall.
I don't know. I just associate pumpkin. I associate pumpkin with October, and then after that it's like plaid and Christmas time.
Yes, I know. November 1st is like Christmas for me. I transitioned to sweater wearing, Christmas themed everything.
I've already had my sweaters on. Listen, I was super pissed last week when it started getting back up in the 70s.
Yes, I was so annoyed. I was like, rocking my big, huge, oversized sweaters and boots. And then it was like, nah, it's going to be 75.
It was like you literally have to wear a t-shirt or you're going to have sweat stains.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
I know. I was really upset. I was like, this is bullshit.
Today was great. I hope the rest of the week's like this.
I didn't leave my house today till I came over here. And it was nice.
We had to go to Lexington, but...
Gross.
Grossy.
It's been busy up until today.
Yeah.
I went to a Halloween gathering last night.
Yeah, I saw all your pictures.
I don't know, my makeup was on point. I had the evil villain makeup.
Yeah, because you are an evil villain.
It's true. It's my natural calling. Anyway, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Sarah.
This is Books, Booze,
and Besties.
Yeah. Welcome back. Let's get some smack. Just kidding. I'm slap happy.
I know. I'm tired.
It's Sunday. It's raining.
I don't want to go to work
it's
tomorrow.
So gloomy. Yeah, I'm not ready to go to work tomorrow. I just want to sleep in. I'm going to take my kids to school and just come back at home and sleep in on the couch with like...
Are you really?
No, I'm not going to. I want to.
Oh, I was like, I thought you had stuff to do tomorrow.
I do. No, I can't tomorrow. Next Monday and Tuesday we're off though. And next Monday and Tuesday, oh, my kids are going to be home. That's why I'm off. Never mind.
No, they're only going to be off Tuesday, aren't they?
No, they're off Monday. It's professional development. So, yeah, it'll be nice. They'll nap with me, but I just want to like go and drop them all off and come home, turn like a solid Hallmark movie on Christmas, and lay on the couch and fall asleep and keep waking up to a Christmas Hallmark movie.
Will you pay the $6 a month Hallmark fee until January?
Yeah, I love Christmas. I'm so excited. November 1st, I'm transitioning everything. I told my husband, I was like, tomorrow your ringtone is Monster Mash, but on November 1st, it's Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, don't be basic. Go with something basic, better.
And then it's the most wonderful time of year for people who call me, just general people. And I have Baby It's Cold Outside for text messages. I love Christmas. I'm so excited. Hey, 8 weeks from today is vacation and Christmas Day.
It's vacation for you.
Whatever. I bought you a shirt. You got to go now. The unspoken rule is I got you a shirt for vacation. Anyway.
We'll just take the mascot with us.
That's fine with me. She can chill. She can just go to the pool while we're at the park. It'll be like those dog movies where they like do bougie shit while you're gone all day.
Yeah.
And they're perched right where you left them when you get home. She'll be like, I spent the day by the pool with my sunglasses on and drinking cocktails. Yeah. Anyway, we went off the rails a little bit. Anyway, so I know this will be out in November. We're putting these two podcasts for Misery and It Ends With Us out all in one day. So you will get the conclusion to spooky season, which is Misery by Stephen King, and the beginning of November, which is Colleen Hoover,
Coho.
It Ends With Us. And basically all of November we're dedicating to Coho. Because we missed our romance. We missed our smutty romance.
Also, Misery did me in, so, you know.
I'm ready to talk about it. So many times I've wanted to be like, did you like the book?
So, I know. So
sorry.
No, you're fine. I was going to say, before we jump into talking about Misery, our drink of the week is, actually, it's pretty decent.
I like it.
It's called Drunk Ghosts. We did try to do this a couple weeks ago, but the liquor store was closed. Basically, it's a lot of coconut.
I would have thought it would be like a beach drink.
Yeah, I think because it fluffs up, that's why they consider it like a drunk ghost.
Yeah, or like Christmassy.
But it's got a lot of coconut in it and some Sprite, and
I'm going to post a recipe on social media.
It's decent.
Because it's pretty good. And we were kind of idiots the other night. And we tried to make it.
Yeah, I forgot the Sprite.
And we were sipping Malibu, a shot of Malibu, a shot of
It's
vanilla.
2-to-1, so it's 2 shots
okay.
of Malibu, 1 shot of vodka.
Okay, and then coconut cream, which is
very
suspect.
thick. I thought it was going to be not good.
Yeah. So we're sipping those 3 things together and like dying.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just hanging out like, this is disgusting. It's so thick. And then all of a sudden, like, it clicked and I was like,
did you put the Sprite in?
isn't there supposed to be Sprite in this? And she was like, oh my God. So it was horrifyingly disgusting and thick. And I thought I was not going to be able to drink anymore. And then when you add the Sprite, it's delicious.
Yeah.
So there's that. It's actually pretty good now. Anyway, so the drunk ghost, I'll post it on social media. We didn't get a drink for the next episode.
Me.
Oh well. This will be the White Christmas.
It's a 2-for-1.
Misery by Stephen King.
Stephen Hawking? No.
I know. Or what, Steven Spielberg? That's what we said before. Steven Spielberg?
I mean, I don't know where to start. I guess I can start with...
So fucked up.
What? Yes. Okay, so I will admit, I read until she re-breaks his knee, and then I stopped for about 5 days.
With her fist?
Yes.
Holy crap.
I stopped for about 5 days, and then I finished the book all in one go, because I was like, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to finish it.
Did you watch the movie?
Thomas showed me clips of it.
Ugh. So the re-breaking was different.
There were a lot of things, literally just in that one scene of her breaking his feet in the movie.
Like his ankles?
Was completely different.
There was nothing like that in the book.
No.
See, I read some of it in high school and stopped because I was like, I'm 17. I can't finish this. I'm sick. But now, I've got some age on me and I've heard more gruesome things.
Yeah, you got some age on you, all right?
Shut up. I got some more I've heard some more gruesome things than that, but...
Yeah, when she... Oh, because it was, like, getting to me already. Because they tried to play it off like she had motherly love for him, but then she started, like, touching his face and his hair and saying, I love you, don't you, Paul? And it was just creeping me out.
It was weird.
And then she re-broke his knee because she was mad and broke the soup dish. I don't know. It was intense. And so I stopped for a little bit because I knew some of the stuff that was coming up. And one thing I absolutely cannot fucking do. It's literally the reason why I stopped watching Mad Men. I can't do lawnmowers. I cannot fucking do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Nope. That was not in the movie. That was obviously too gruesome to put in a movie. And it's been a long time since I've watched the movie, so don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure all she does in the movie is she hits the police officer, and it's an old man.
Yeah, which that's also wrong.
Yeah, she hits him with an axe in the back.
Which is also wrong. It's a giant cross.
Yeah. And maybe it was in the movie. I just don't remember. It's been years. I can't even remember. So she hits him with something and he falls down some stairs and he's just dead.
Oh, yeah. No. In the book, he's literally outside. She stabs him with the cross twice.
Yeah.
And then runs him over with a lawnmower.
Yeah. Runs his arm over.
His face. Basically, she runs his face over.
When she did that, I was like, holy shit. This was not in the movie. I was not expecting this. See, I didn't make it that far when I was younger.
I only made it about 80, 90 pages in before I stopped the first time because it was already intense and I was like, I know some of the stuff that comes after this.
The first thing that really got me was him having to drink the mop water.
That's what it was. That is the biggest reason why I stopped so early in because fucking disgusting. Yeah. I can't. He's like, I could literally see stuff in it and taste the soap.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
Oh, and then him having to drink his own piss.
Yes.
That got me.
Yeah, it was gruesome. And then she freaking chops his leg off.
Yeah, and she's like, this is for the best. This is for us. Chops his fucking leg off. Or his foot off.
Which I guess was supposed to be the equality of her. But, the movie was worse in that aspect because she puts that piece of wood between his ankles
And breaks him with a sledgehammer.
and breaks him. So that was more gruesome in the movie. I think I'd rather have just amputate my leg.
I don't know. It was intense. She was hacking him with an axe. She had to do it like 3 times to get all the way through the bone.
Ooh, I don't know, but it's making me uncomfortable talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But putting your ankles next to a piece of wood and like...
Yeah, I mean, it's either... I don't like either of them.
Either of them is really bad. Honestly, in between like the crazy things she does, it was really slow.
Yeah, it was slow for a lot of the book.
He kept saying Africa.
I know that part. That part was super fucking annoying.
Stop saying Africa.
I also hate when he was first trying to come out of unconsciousness and like wake up, and he was dreaming about going to the beach with his parents. He kind of painted both of his parents as good parents, like in that memory, and then you get on and it's like, actually, my dad was an asshole.
Yeah, and his mom kind of was too, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But, like, in that, he's like, yeah, I used to make him take me to the beach and blah, blah, blah. And then after that, it's like, yeah, my dad was an asshole. He said that I was a little bastard that he didn't want.
Right. Yeah, it kind of changed the picture of his parents. And...
honestly, before you knew who all Annie had hurt, the way she was acting, I thought she had, like, had a kid and killed her own kid.
Yeah. And she was, like, had, like, 30 murders.
Yeah, she was like a full-on
massive
serial killer who got off.
Yeah. That part was crazy.
That was just so stupid. And her husband literally divorced her after a year and she didn't kill him.
Right? But I guess it probably could have come back on her.
I mean, her own dad and roommate could have came back on her and she didn't give a shit.
That's true. And have you ever seen, what's that called? Shit. It's on Hulu. Now I'm going to have to look it up. It's got the guy that played Pennywise.
Oh, I don't know then. There was just a lot of crazy shit in this book.
Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård, where you at? What's that show? Hold on, I'm going to find it. It is Castle Rock. And... we didn't read a synopsis.
It's Misery from 1980s. If you don't know what Misery is about, then...
it says, based on the stories of Stephen King, the series entwines characters and themes from the fictional town of Castle Rock. It's actually a really good show if you ever want to watch it.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know how to even describe it other than what was said. But, yeah, like it talks about like, oh, the town over's dairy and a bunch of kids went missing there.
Oh, damn.
And so it's got, anyway, season 2 is based on Annie, but she's a lot younger. And
like when she was a nurse and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has a teenage daughter. Yeah.
Weird.
And at the very end of the season... and she talks like her, too. She's like Dirty Birdie and stuff like that.
Okay, that shit got on my fucking nerves because she rode Paul's ass and he got in trouble for that. She literally hit him one time because he said motherfucker or something. And then anytime she got really angry, she would say cocksucker, motherfucker, bastard. I was like, you're being a dirty birdie.
I know, right? You're such a dirty birdie.
That shit got on my fucking nerves, dude.
Yeah. And, like, I'm like, you're worried about me, cousin, but you're off here murdering everybody that comes your way.
Also, I hated how, nothing against Stephen King, because obviously he's the greatest, well, not the greatest horror writer, one of the greatest writers, but, instead of filling part of the book up with what Paul Sheldon was writing, you could have done something different. That part was fucking boring.
Yeah, that's something I did not care about. I didn't care what his book was.
Also, the book Paul Sheldon was writing was fucking trash, dude. It was fucking the Borka Queen and the Borka Bees. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I did not care. I was like, this is boring. And honestly, like, I was listening to the audiobook and I would just, like, skip 10 seconds till that was done. Because it was just boring. I was like, why though?
Like, you could have filled that up with Annie coming there and telling Paul Sheldon about why she killed her dad and why she killed her roommate, because at that point he already knew.
Yeah.
Like, fill it up with that kind of shit.
It was anxious. It was very, like, I was very anxious, like, when he was in the kitchen and, you know, roaming around, and she pulled into the thing, and...
Yeah, that kind of, I'm not going to lie, that kind of bugged me a little bit, too, because the first time he left to go find Novril, he was like, I won't make it back in here. I got to get in here well before she comes back, or I won't make it back. And then she fucking shows up, and he just fucking zips in.
Beelines, yeah. And also, he, like, is like, I took 4 pills, and I'm like, how'd you not pass out? And then he hung out for a little while before ever making it back into the room. So I'm like, you took 4 pills?
Yeah,
I get it, you were addicted by then, but damn.
But then, like, literally the next chapter, she gives him 2 pills, and he passes out instantly.
Yeah. I'm like, how do you...
I guess it was the adrenaline. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been it, like, burning off the...
I don't know. Those parts were intense, though, when he was sneaking out. And I was like, you do not need to touch her shit. She's gonna know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then he was like, and then she was like covered. She was going through like one of her depressive... You think she was bipolar? I don't know. A lot of mental health stuff was going through my head. Obviously, she's psychotic.
I think she had histrionic, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that could have been it.
Because
like, she's psychotic for sure.
Well, because like in the beginning, she was talking about how the lady that she bought the typewriter from was a whore because she was on her second husband. Mm-hmm. But then Annie herself also picked up a hitchhiker and was
banging him.
That was her lover. Honestly, I feel like he was probably kidnapped too, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. And she was probably raping him.
I thought that's where this was going to go. I really did.
Ooh, I think I knew that's not where this went.
Well, I didn't because I hadn't seen the movie and stuff, but I really I thought for a while that it was going to go there.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Well, yeah, especially when she started mentioning that what's his name was her lover and then he pissed her off, so she killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, so Paulie's your next one, huh?
Yeah, gross. Ew. And it kept talking about what a broad lady she was, and all I kept seeing was Kathy Bates. And she is not as big as the book makes you think she is.
No, I mean, I watched some snips of the movie on YouTube, and Kathy Bates is rather small.
She's a small lady, especially in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that's not... She did a good job, though.
This was also in the 1980s, and Stephen King was also identifying African-American people as the blacks. And so, different time.
Different times.
So, also, Annie used the N-word in the book, so... When Polly is writing the book, and she's like, I gotta know if the blank actually knows what's going on or where that one person is.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, Annie uses the slur.
Yeah. I don't know. I was listening to the audiobook, and, like, other than when it was intense... Like, there was a lot of lull.
I know. They could have filled it up with, like, good stuff. Like, instead of it being what Paul was writing about in the book, they could have talked about her murders. Like, she could have came in there and told him stories.
Yeah, something. I was like, this is boring as hell.
Also, it cracked me up, too, because Annie was so convinced when she was cutting off his foot that he had literally crawled upstairs to her room and outside and stuff, even though she had it all barred up. But then when she kills the cop and has to put Paul in the cellar, she literally has to carry him down. But 2-3 weeks ago, you thought he literally crawled up to your room on his own.
Right. Ew. And the thought of, like, the rats, that freaks me out.
The part where she fucking kills a rat by sticking her finger through its body and then drinks its blood.
And she's, like, licking her fingers. I was like...
And then throws it into the corner of his room. It never talks about if that rat gets picked up and thrown away. Like, what happens to that rat.
That turned my stomach. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one got me.
Yeah, when she's like, he's licking the blood off her fingers. I was like, oh, my God.
And
I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. I'm getting queasy now thinking about it. Yeah. But the thought of, like, rats freak me out anyway. Ever since I saw... The Bone Collector. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Ooh. It's horrifying.
Rats get me. I can't remember what show it was, but it's like that common medieval whatever torture where they have the rats eat through your stomach.
Yes.
And obviously he can't defend himself. So I was like, one of them's going to start trying to snack on his leg.
That's what I thought too. I was like, ooh. And he knew it too. That's why he was like, don't leave me down here alone in the dark.
He's like, there are fucking rats down here.
I would have bit her. Anytime she was cleaning me or whatever, I would have bit her through her neck meat.
For someone that talked a lot internally about how he was ready to die, like he was ready to give it up, he didn't care if today was the day Annie killed him. He fought really hard not to die.
There were a lot of times, and I'm just saying this, that I was like, if I was in that situation and I was unable to fight, why didn't he just take all the pills he got?
I mean, once your foot literally gets chopped off, like, odds are you're not making it out of there, buddy. And then less than a week later, she's cutting your thumb off, too. Like,
I know, it just jumped to that, too. Like, it didn't tell you until it told you later, but it was like, I waved and my thumb was gone.
I was like, at that point, I would literally be like...
She's just chopping body parts off. Like,
I would literally think, like, I'm not making it out of here. I'm going to go a piece at a time.
Right? So I was like, he just stole 30 pills.
And obviously...
And I don't encourage suicide. I don't ever want to, be like...
But I could have seen it happening in this book. Also, clearly she wasn't as concerned about the book as she acted like she was, because why would you cut one of his fingers off?
Right? That's what I thought, too. I was like, he can't type at that point.
So, you use your thumbs for the space bar.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, you're just slowing down the process, which obviously she was never going to let him go anyway, so it didn't matter, but she's psychotic. She was crazy as hell.
Also, I'm surprised that at that point where he knocks her unconscious and thinks she's dead and shoves, like, paper in her mouth and stuff, I'm surprised that she doesn't come to him in the bathroom before she climbs out the window to go get something to kill him. Like, I'm surprised, like, she didn't come for him instead.
True.
And he didn't try awful hard to get away from her. He just went into the bathroom and shut the door.
Yeah. I don't know. That's scary.
Yeah.
I was on edge the whole time. I would have loved to have known what she was trying to say, though, when he was stuffing paper in her mouth and she was like... Because I read the audiobook, so did it say what she was trying to say? It just kept going, she was making, like, gargled noises.
I don't know. I'm going to look up and see if it says. But, honestly, probably I'm going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I'm going to chop something else off now.
Well, and then the cop was like, yeah, she had her hand on her chainsaw. I was like, I am so thankful she died before she came back, because there's no way I would have read any of that.
Right? She would have chopped his no square off at that point.
I mean, she literally said she'd considered it, and he thought she was going to.
Ugh. Yeah, she would have chopped something off. That's terrifying. Maybe she was considering banging him. That's why she never did.
Well, I really thought.
Ugh. That freaks me out.
I'm trying to find this part in the book. Let's see. Skip. She talks a lot.
Yes, she does. It's nonstop.
Let's see, right here. It says Mumph Mark. What does that even mean? Harku Dorg Mumph.
Yeah, it was really weird in the audiobook. It was like...
Yeah, I mean, because in the beginning, when he's coming in and out of it, he could tell what she was saying. Like, you could tell that she was saying number one fan, but there I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she was ready to kill him after that, so probably something about killing him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I was just curious. I was like, wonder if she's, like, begging for her life.
Doubt it.
Or... Yeah.
I mean, because she was so ready to die herself. She was like, listen, if you fuck this up, I'm going to kill us both. I don't care.
Yeah.
She's like, I made it this far and didn't think I would, so test me, boy.
DGAF. Don't give a fuck. We're going... If I'm going down, you're going down, too.
Also, I love how she literally was in Boulder, Colorado to get, tried for all of her crimes and all that, and then gets found not guilty, only to just move like an hour away to Sidewinder. Like, why wouldn't you just fucking leave Colorado as a whole? Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't stay there.
Talk about just like I know it's a book. Okay, I get it. But talk about just like the luck of stumbling upon your favorite author crashed.
Well, and I think honestly,
and also being a nut job.
She was also going through one of her manic episodes at that point. I don't think she cared who it was. She just got lucky that it was him. She was going to take whoever was in that car, which is why it makes me feel like that first person that she killed a few months ago before she found Paul was literally someone she had taken in instead of them coming voluntarily.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of the book was just like him, things going on inside his head.
Yeah, there was a lot of inner monologue, which, like, sure, he's held captive, got a lot going on.
I mean, it's just the two of them, the whole book, basically.
But I feel like as big of a part of this that Annie plays, she definitely could have had more dialogue that wasn't boring.
Yeah.
Like, tell us because she tells him about killing Pomeroy or whatever his name was, so, like, fucking tell us about killing your dad and your roommate and shit. Yeah. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah. Or anybody else, any of the other 30-something people. Like, let's hear it.
I mean, that's better than the Borka bees. Jesus Christ.
I know. God, I was like, I don't care about what he wrote about. I don't give a shit. It was so boring.
It was a stupid book. Misery Returns.
Right, and she, like, freaked out. I knew she got really mad, though. I think that was in the movie, obviously. That's a pretty big point. She got really mad when he killed off Misery.
Yeah, because literally, what was it, like 2 or 3 days before that, she made him burn fast cars.
Yeah.
She's like, this is not good, Polly.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And all the F words and all this stuff.
I don't know what she planned to do with him, because she hadn't even read Misery's Child before she took him in, so, like, the whole him writing the book was not a thought on her mind.
Yeah.
So what was she gonna do with him if the book had turned out the way she wanted it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He would have been like Pomeroy. She would have had her way with him and then killed him.
Ugh. I don't know. I see her as like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda.
Thomas said that too.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I literally, like, I don't know. This whole thing was just, like, a big coincidence. It was good. Like, it was definitely a good horror book, and I'm sure we're not helping Stephen King's insecurities, because the whole reason he wrote this book is because he was dealing with substance abuse at the time, and the fact that he was a horror writer, and he knew a lot of people didn't like that. So he was going through it when he wrote this book.
Interesting.
So Paul Sheldon is
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't hate it. It just, I mean,
it was a good book. I'm not saying that. I hated the stuff that happened in it because I don't like.
Oh yeah, the lawnmower. That lawnmower scene stuck with me. I was like,
she stabbed him in the back with a giant cross.
Yeah. I definitely did not see the lawnmower stuff coming until he's like, she comes around riding in a lawnmower. I was like, what the shit?
That cop did not try his very best to survive either.
That was kind of like, okay, I know you're stabbed, I know you're bleeding out, but if I see a lawnmower coming at me, I'm done. I'm out of there.
Well, I mean, and it says it takes her a while to go get the lawnmower and come back, and he's just, like, crawling on the ground. Like, pull yourself up and get in your car.
I know, and lawnmowers aren't fast.
Well, he was right next to his car. Pull yourself up and get in your car.
I know.
It would have been half the book it was if that had happened.
I know. And the Misery stuff, I was like, cut this out. I don't care. That cop really, not to victim blame, but...
he was also a young cop, so he was probably scared shitless.
But a lawnmower, that's a whole different ballgame.
Like, he literally tried... Oh, I don't want to talk about it. He tried to crawl under the car, and she ran his face over, so...
Ugh. That just... Ugh. And then it talks about, like, I could hear the bones crunch. Yeah. Ugh. I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done.
Well, and then it was like, and the lawnmower couldn't even go all the way. It just stopped on top of him. It wouldn't go after that.
Yeah. I know. Ugh. I hated that part. I don't know what else to say about this book.
I don't either. It's pretty straightforward. It's a horror book.
Especially with only having 2 characters.
It's literally Annie and Paul.
The whole time, except the poor cop that gets mutilated.
I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel like those cops that did show up knew she was full of shit.
They just didn't have anything to search her house.
Right.
So, like,
They didn't have any reasons.
So.
I kind of wanted him to tell them when they got there, like, she killed such and such.
I'm sure they got it out of me. I mean,
yeah,
a lot had to happen between him getting found and then later when he's doing his book, because someone had to go in there and get his manuscript out of the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Someone had to go in there and get that. Someone had to fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was a fucking intense book. There are a lot of things I feel like they could have put in there, though, that would have filled it better. I said they, as in Stephen King. Like,
Editors.
Even if you just talked about, like, the 2 previous wives Paul had in his life as a writer.
Yeah.
To fill the gaps where Misery was. Misery was just, the part was so, I hated those parts.
Me too.
They were so bad.
Like, I don't care. I don't care about your stupid book. Because guess what? I gained nothing from knowing this. Because she didn't even read it. Mm-mm. So, I got nothing.
And the fact that he tried to do to her what she did to him, like, you wanted to live enough that you hid the real manuscript, but you also kept saying you didn't care if you died. Like, make your mind up, Polly. What are you doing? Are you surviving or not, bro?
Yeah. Are you going to do it or not? Are you going to live? Are you? Can you?
Also, it cracks me up how Annie literally noticed every single thing misplaced in that house, but didn't notice the one time he took a fucking can of lighter fluid. Also...
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. From down in the basement when she took him back up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the match. He had them one match.
No, I'm talking about the lighter fluid he used. There was only one discrepancy, I think, for me.
Wow.
What?
It's a big deal for us not to notice.
Well,
I didn't notice anything, but it was a lot.
When he got the Novril and she was helping him back into bed, he said he needed a minute so he could get the Novril out of his pants and put it under the mattress because she would feel it when she picked him up.
Yeah.
When he came back upstairs with the lighter fluid, he had her just put him back in bed and then put the lighter fluid under the bed.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's the only discrepancy I found.
And how do you not notice a lighter can in his pants?
That's bigger than the box of Novril.
You're literally picking him up and flinging him over your shoulder, you big She-Hulk. Like,
literally She-Hulk. No, I noticed that. I can't remember exactly
Trunch
what it
pole.
says. But she picks him up and stuff and doesn't notice it. But he was literally certain she was going to find the Novril if she did that to him then. So,
yeah.
A little bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you give it?
I don't know. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I hate to say it, but there were parts in the book where I kind of felt for Annie.
Uh-oh. You're going to come at me and be, I'm your number 1 fan.
No, not at all. No.
T, thanks.
No,
Just
not
kidding.
at all.
No,
I give it like a 4 out of 5. I felt for Annie in the sense that she needed help that she didn't get.
Obviously. You should watch the Castle Rock. The first season's not, it doesn't have her, but
I might check it out.
in the last season, in the last few minutes of the episode, it shows her, the girl that plays her, at a book signing, and she's like, I'm your number 1 fan.
Number 1 fan.
I know. You should hear it on audio.
I did.
Oh, okay. I thought you read it.
No, I listened
I'm
to
your number 1 fan.
Stop. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick just for the fun of it.
We do not own the rights to this at all.
No, but if I only play like a little snippet of it, then it won't matter.
I think you have to play like several minutes.
I'm looking to see where it's at. Okay. I used Scribd because they have audiobooks and books for pretty much everything. So I go between reading and listening. Lol. I will say the only discrepancy I had for this, for Scribd, when it came to Misery, is it only had 4 chapters for Misery. So it was the 4 parts. It didn't have chapters. It played, so like the first chapter on the audiobook is 2 hours and 26 minutes.
Yeah. I noticed that. The chapters were like super long. I was like, holy crap. It's not showing up.
Hold on, guys. I gotta make it a little louder. That's awkward. I'm embarrassed now. No, I'm just kidding.
You should be.
I'm surprised it was so quiet. My sound was pretty high.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents Misery by Stephen King. Read by Lindsay Krause.
She did a pretty good job.
1. Annie. When you look into the abyss also looks into you. Friedrich Nietzsche. Number 1. Number 1.
I was like, what?
You're number 1 fan. These sounds.
This is cracking me up. I was like, oh, jeez.
I wonder if that's what sound really sounds like when you're like coming out of unconsciousness. Like,
yeah.
Are they really delayed in Southern like that?
I'm your number 1 fan.
Annie doesn't sound like that the rest of the book.
I know. She's not Southern. Not at all.
Number 1. Don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good way to start the audiobook though.
Yeah, I was like,
what the fuck is this? I literally, after I stopped, like I was driving and I listened. When I finished driving, I literally pulled up the literal book to read it and see what the fuck it was talking about. That
was funny. That part was pretty funny.
Yeah, that shit got me.
Yes, it did. I was like, I was in my car. If I was out by myself, I was like, the shit.
Yeah, the audiobook for this did drive me a little nuts. It should have been broken up by chapters, not by parts, because it was really hard to stop and start where I read and listen.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I would have to listen to the last few words in the audiobook and then search it in the book to find out where I was at.
That sucks.
But I did it. I got that shit did.
Yeah.
It's a long-ass book.
How many pages?
It's like 570.
Oh, I just know how long. It was like 12 hours in audio. 12 and a half or something like that.
It is 478, my bad.
Oh, okay, still
100 off, but
it's a long book. I know. I was like, it took me forever to listen to it. Like I had to leave. Well, and then I listened to It Starts With Us in one day. And then it's still, even after that, I was like, it's boring.
I mean, it is. It was good. I mean, it did the job for a final spooky season book, but I don't know. I like things a little more fast-paced and a lot more detail.
Yeah, I like a little more mystery, I guess. This
also was, for the parts that were good, were super intense, so.
Yeah, it's like you can break it down by, like, the intense parts.
I stopped reading after, like, 90 pages in the beginning and took a 5-day break because of the mop water and breaking his knee, got me and when he started talking about his pelvis like being messed up and stuff, I was like,
and anytime he looked at his legs and it was like, I look like a stick figure or whatever,
like he refused to literally pull the covers up and look at his legs. I was like, I don't blame you, bud.
Yeah, no thanks. Ugh. Anyway, so that was Misery.
I'm honestly surprised he survived because I'm sure he had a lot of blood loss and all she gave him was an IV bag. She didn't give him a blood transfusion or anything.
It's true. Yeah. No blood.
I mean, for his legs to be shattered like that?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, she didn't give him anything other than pain pills and, like, an IV bag and food.
Honestly, I think the craziest thing that happened in the book for me was when it was, like, she put Pomeroy's body in the little riverbank thing and it went 27 miles. It traveled 27 miles.
Jeez. Yeah, Paul was like, I'm going downriver at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay book.
Yeah, it was a good rep to spooky season.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on though.
Yeah. I already moved on. We're moving on like
I know.
In 5 minutes.
Yeah, like in 5 minutes. This is all going to be out on the same day, so this is the conclusion to spooky season. That was Misery by Stephen King.
You can watch the movie on, I don't know, you can find the movie and watch it if you want. It's a bit different from the book, so.
Yeah, there's no lawnmower that I know of.
I don't think there's any lawnmower. I don't think his thumb gets cut off. Both of his feet are broken by her with a sledgehammer. He's not cut off.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
They portray her in the movie as more of like a
caregiver,
obsessed and in love with him than in the book. Like in the book, she's like more of a motherly caregiver most of the time. So different portrayal of Annie Wilkes in the movie. We
should have watched this Friday.
That would have been a good one to do for
Dang it.
Scary Movie Night.
Next year.
Listen, I'm telling you, next year we need to do the classics. We need to watch Insidious. We need to watch Sinister. We need to go to the classics. I want to be scared.
Agree. Michael Myers. Original Michael Myers.
I want to be scared.
Yeah, same. I wasn't scared.
I tried to convince Steven. I was like, let's just watch Insidious for the third one. He's like, no, we got to watch stuff we haven't seen.
I know. He tries. He tries so hard.
I mean, he did.
Descent was good. I thought it spooked me. It was creepy.
It spooked me, but I don't know. I feel like they were all.
I wish we wouldn't have watched it before. Like, we just watched it a few weeks ago. And then he was like, let's watch it again for movie night. And I was like,
I want spooky. I want movies like Insidious to still be coming out. They haven't had a good movie like Insidious and stuff in a while.
Conjuring.
Well, I mean, those all came out like at the same time. Like Conjuring, Insidious, Annabelle. That's about it. The rest of them are so like.
Yeah, The Nun was bad.
They're like either...
We let Tristan watch The Conjuring 1 and 2.
Did he piss his pants?
No. The second one scared him. The first one, no.
How did the first one not scare him?
It
With
just,
the little...
He was creeped out a little, but it didn't bother him. Like, the second one really bothered him. The Crooked Man. Yeah. He was like, hard pass.
Make him watch the
Don't
Babadook.
think so.
The Babadook is man, but I think the Babadook would scare him.
Well, now he's like, anytime Silas leaves, he's like, I want to watch something Silas can't watch.
Yeah, make him watch the Babadook.
I've never seen it, though. I'd have to watch it first. We got to be careful for gore and language and, like, how disturbing it is.
I don't think there's any gore in it. It's mostly spooky. I think there might be one incident where, like, a boo-boo happens.
We're, like, walking that fine line of, like, we have to find things like Insidious and Conjuring where there's not, like, F word every other sentence.
It's a British movie. I don't remember a lot of curse words. I think the biggest boo-boo in it is a girl falls out of a treehouse and it breaks her nose and it's bleeding.
Oh, okay.
But there's not like it's not like stabby stuff. It's like a thriller, spooky, psychological. That's what it is.
Yeah. He got bored during the first Conjuring.
I don't know. I would watch the Babadook. I mean, you can always watch it before he watches it, but I don't think it would be.
Yeah. But now he's like, I've crossed that.
Well, because you said the Crooked Man. The Babadook is like the Crooked Man.
Oh, okay.
So
see, that part scares him, and then Steven chases him down the hall going, I'm the Crooked Man.
Well, the Babadook literally goes, Babadook.
Oh. See, I could do something with that.
So, I don't know.
I'm a great mom, I swear. Anyway.
Listen, I love horror movies. My mom made me watch True Blood when I was like 8, and look how I turned out, so.
I know. I am looking.
Listen.
No.
I don't know. I always liked the Babadook. I rewatched it last year before Scary Movie Night because I was recommending it. And
You backpedaled a little bit, though.
Because it wasn't as scary as I remembered it. But it's still a good scary movie.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it next year.
I think it would scare you guys more than Antlers did. Like, it's better than Antlers.
Okay. We'll have to check it out next year.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. Next, we got Christmas movies and baking.
It's the most wonderful time.
So
Thomas is ready. Thanksgiving is his favorite because he's ready for that big-ass turkey.
Hell yeah.
So
we got to do Friendsgiving.
Yeah, cool. We can, sure.
Okay, yes. That's it.
We ranted.
We did.
We, what's the word I'm looking at? Tangent. We went
off on a tangent.
Like 7 or 8 of them.
A lot. It's because we haven't met in so long.
And we needed some filler because Misery was kind of... There wasn't a lot to talk about.
No,
it was pretty straightforward. It was a scary movie. Yeah. And a scary book. Yeah. And we recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.
Our next episode's coming out right after this one, so we don't really have to talk much about it.
Yeah.
Ends with us. So we'll catch you in the next chapter, Smuts.
Later.